Hello. I thought it would be really fun to get myself out of my comfort zone and lead a short workout. I'm really bad with keeping workouts short. If you've ever taken my classes, I always go over time and often piss people off because of that. And also do something that is a lot more low intensity and more accessible for anybody for wherever you're at. So I'll just wait, a minute or two, see if anyone else hops on here. I'm going to upload this later. Drinking my iced coffee in my little black sheep cup from my colleague, Dara. She had them made for us for Christmas. It was so cute. I know that my comfort zone is to teach workouts that are like jumping. And, for many years in China, I led aerobic sessions where we were like dripping in sweat and doing a lot of high impact cardio with some strength training. But one of the things that really stuck out for me during my time leading all those sessions and seeing people really, really like get fit and really, really strong was that we didn't need to use any equipment to train our bodies. And that's something in the US that I found isn't as common. Like people are expecting to do like heavy reps and sets or, and I've kind of did samplings of what I like to do in different gyms and people look at me like I'm crazy. So I get it. Here in America, we don't necessarily love to do a lot of those like crazy bouncing happy exercises, but anyway, my tirade is gonna ramble on and on and on, so I just thought I'd keep this short and sweet and do a 15 maybe 20 minute, because I'm talking accessible workout that hits mostly full body and will get your heart rate pumping. So we're gonna start with a little bit of a warm-up. Hi guys, so if you're in a place that's really nice, like I'm in New Jersey right now and it's really, really warm outside, step outside. I'm just staying inside so the lighting is good. Okay, let's put some music on. I can't work out silently. All right, so the first warm-up movement that you can do every day, it's really safe, is called a good morning. So the body position is soft knees. Don't lock your knees in place, just keep them a little bit soft. Roll your shoulders down and back, and you're gonna hinge forward. So you wanna make sure that you're not curving your back. You're keeping a nice flat back, like you can rest my coffee cup that I was just drinking up and down. Now, if this is too easy for you, if you're very familiar with this movement, this hinge movement, you can place your hands behind your head. You can step back a little bit. It makes it a little bit heavier. And I really want you to push your hamstrings and your butt back. So we're gonna do 5 more of these. If you're a little bit more comfortable with this and this still feels great, you can extend your arms and still aim for that flat back. Now this is a little harder for you or for a lot of people because it will start to round your back if your arms are out because they're heavy. So if that doesn't feel right, just come right back to here. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. 1. Okay, so now we're gonna open our legs nice and wide. Have a soft bend to the knee. Let me step on the carpet so you can see me. I shouldn't have worn black pants. Soft bend to the knee. We're gonna reach our arms up. I need a bigger camera. And you're gonna reach to the outside of your ankle and look up. If you can't get down all the way to the ankle, even reach to the outside of your thigh. So don't touch the knee, grab to the outside and twist your back and come up. And we'll go side to side. So you go as low as what's comfortable for you. Again, do not lock the knees. Let me show you from the side. So we're gonna do 10 total. You can go into a little bit of a back extension if that feels okay. That just means you're reaching back a little bit further. If that hurts, just stay neutral. So this is 4. You can hold it if it feels good. 5 for a beat, take a breath. 6, 7, 8, 1 more, 9, finish it out, 10. Okay, we're gonna get to the floor. So This is something, if you're on carpet, it'll feel really good. If you're on hardwood floor, maybe you can put like a pillow or a towel or something down to protect your knees. So we're gonna start with the, again, black on black. What was I thinking? We're gonna start in a child's pose, and you're gonna come forward into a modified high plank. So we're moving forward and back. So I'll turn to the side here. So this child's pose, you're really sitting on back on your hips, taking a deep breath, exhaling, coming forward, and you're not dipping down the pelvis. You're keeping it up and lifted. So if I were to just hop up to a high plank, my body position doesn't change. So I'm just going forward and back. This should feel really good on these muscles right here. You're helping to stretch them and warm them up, along with your core muscles, along with your shoulders, even your booty a little bit here too. If you need a little bit more today, we'll do a full plank rocker, so you're up here, and then come back into that modified down dog, and then come forward. Let's do 3 more wherever you are. So if you're on the ground, again, it's like this. 1, make sure your belly button is tucked to your spine, and you're breathing. Let the breath lead the movement. 2, and 3. Now here's my favorite one. We call these Spider-Mans. Now, I want you to start on your knees. Make sure your knees aren't like making contact with a hard ground, so you can put something under your knees. You're gonna step one foot to the outside of your hands. Now you can take your hand here and push open this hip and roll to the outside of your foot for a little lizard pose here. This is in yoga. But from here, what I'd like you to do is take this hand and reach it up to try to stack your shoulders and getting a little spinal twist here. It should feel really nice on your back. Take a deep breath and then bring it down, and then you're gonna go to the other side. So we're gonna keep this up. Take your time here. Now again, if you need a little bit more, if you're more used to this, come up into that full plank and you're stepping and moving. Make sure you take your time on this. The goal is to get to the stacked shoulders. So one shoulder is right on top of the other. All right, so we're gonna do 1 more each side. So wherever you are, you can come back down your knees or come back up onto your feet, whatever feels good for you today. You have to tune into what works for you, not what anybody else is doing. And from here, you're just gonna step your other foot to the outside of your hand. So if your butt's up high, that's okay. If you can sit it down low for a second and open up those knees in a malasana or yogi squat, that's fine. And then just stretch, turn your feet parallel, hang down, do another little bend, open up your toes, and then stretch your legs. Have a soft knee always, don't lock the kneecaps. Head hangs heavy, you can grab your forearms and sway side to side so you feel those inner thighs a little bit as you move side to side. And you're gonna roll up. All right, we're gonna start moving. So an accessible cardio movement is high knees, and you do not have to do them with a jump. So you can do them nice and low impact. We're gonna aim for 30 of them. So we can start with our arms up, so we're getting shoulder work too. So you're gonna crunch, crunch. So we're gonna pull this. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 if you want, 7, 7, 8, 8. But again, 9, 9. You do not have to jump for this to be effective. Try to get the knee up and crunch your stomach, belly button to spine. I stopped counting, but 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14. Make sure you're breathing. 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20. 10 more. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8. Oh, this is my jam. 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. All right, get water if you need it. So as you can see, I'm out of breath. Also, I was shouting a little bit. Whew, this is my 3rd workout today. But anyway, no more disclaimers. We're gonna go right into our next movement. So a squat. Now a squat is super awesome. You can do these every day. A lot of people are confused. What is a squat? You see different forms. You see the butt under and you see the plie. We want to imagine there's a chair behind us So actually I have a chair arm right here. So I want you to imagine you're sitting your butt back on a chair and standing. All right, you want to make sure your knees do not go past your toes. Your knees stay in line. So you're going to sit back and come up. Here's where it's different. We're not going to go super fast. And I don't want you to pelvic thrust at me. So from the side, this is obscene. I see that in the gym all the time. We want to make sure we just lift the kneecaps when we rise up. So let's start with a midstance squat. This is a little bit more front of the thigh dominant, quad dominant. So you're going to sit back. I'll turn to the side just to remind you. And we're going to do 10 slow. We're going to go down for 2, up for 2. So 1, 2, up, 2. Now your full range of motion might be here, and that's totally fine. If you can get to 90 degrees, your range of motion is a little bit deeper. And then if you can get past 90 degrees, you're going to feel your hamstrings a little bit more, even with the quad dominant. So let's keep going. 3. If you need a little bit more, you can come up onto your toes, but I don't want you jumping here. 5. 6. Woo! Shouldn't have come up. 7. I hate carpet. 8. Try not to rush this. 9. I'll put the whole circuit and the whole workout in the notes when I post this later. So if you don't want to have to watch the video again, you just want an idea, you can take my notes. 10. Okay, so now we're going to open our feet a little wider. So before this was mid stance, to make it a little wider, to do a sumo, do a heel toe. Turn your toes out slightly. It's a bit more comfortable, especially if you have slightly longer legs. And now you're going to feel more activation in the sides of the glutes and the back. A little bit less in the front. It's more dominant in the back. So same thing. Actually, now we're going to go down for 3 and come up for 3. So it's a little slower. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. If you have any object handy and you want to grab it and hold it for a weighted squat, you can do that. And again, we can come up onto our toes if you want a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, lift up to your toes. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. I'll show you from the side again. Make sure your butt goes back. Usually, not to gender stereotype, but for women, the wider squats tend to be a little bit more comfortable than for men. Down. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. But it's always good to do all kinds, so we hit it all. I've lost count, but my sense is that was about 7. So let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. 2. I hear the music. I want to just start dancing. I want to start just jumping, but I will fight my urge right now. And up. All right. So our next movement, we're going to get down to the floor. We're going to work our core and our arms a little bit. So this one, I'm going to give you a few options. You're going to take your hands and they're going to face the feet. Now, option 1, you're going to make a table. So come up and you're going to hold this table for as long as we're doing this exercise. Now, this is enough. This works our triceps, our core, and our shoulders, and even our biceps and our booty by squeezing the butt. Now, if you need a little bit more, we're going to break the table and fix the table. So you're going to come up. You're going to bend the elbows and then push yourself all the way back up, squeezing the butt at the top. Now, if that's too intense for you, either one on the shoulders, what you can do is do a hinge back. So you're still bending your elbows and then you're sitting back up. So we're just going to do 12 of these, okay? Because I know sometimes this can feel very heavy on the shoulders and very heavy on the triceps. I like it better than kickbacks. I think kickbacks are boring. So come up here. Belly tight. So imagine you can put that coffee cup that I had in the beginning on your belly. So fixed table, now let's break it. Down for 2, push it up. If you need a little bit more, you can be in a ramp, all right? That's a lot heavier. Down for 2, up for 2. You still have to lift those hips, okay? So we've got 11 more. Down, up, down, inhale down. I like to exhale up. Slow and steady wins the race here. Slow strength is shown to build more progress over time than just whipping through these exercises. And up. Sometimes you go faster, you get a little bit more cardio, but I think you can't cheat or use momentum when you go slow. I think that was 4, so we've got 8 more. 8. Push it all the way back up. Squeeze the butt. 7. You need a little bit more, lift a foot. 6. Don't drop those hips though. 5. 4. Other side. 3. 2. And 1. And bring your butt down. And we can stretch our triceps from here. Easiest way to stretch them, take one hand, get that elbow up. If you need a little bit more, what you can do is reach around the back, see if your fingers can touch. If you can't touch, you can grab your shirt and pull, or grab a towel if you have that, or a strap. Kind of open up a little bit more with good posture. Other side. I like to stretch as I go too, so just so that I don't feel sore when I'm doing other exercises that do engage the triceps, even if it's not dominant. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit more cardio. That's also gonna work the shoulders. So we're gonna do something called a mountain climber. Now, I'm gonna show you a variation if you have any shoulder issues and you don't wanna put any pressure on the shoulders on the ground anymore. So we're gonna do standing mountain climbers. So similar to those high knees, but now I'm gonna have you twist. All right, so we're gonna twist side, twist side. Now, the other version is an incline. You don't have to do it on the ground. On the ground is actually harder. Incline is a way to build up to it. So I have a chair arm right here, and you can step back. We're gonna do these a little slower than you think. So you're gonna twist and twist. We're still gonna do 30 of these, okay? Let's go. 1, 1, 2, 2. You wanna rotate your torso. 3, 3, 4. Now your option again, 4 is to do it standing if you didn't see. 5, 5. I'm holding my arms up, so I'm still engaging my shoulders, kind of like those dancer exercises. They have their arms in the air the whole hour or longer, and they don't have to hold weights. And of course, if you want to do these on the floor, you absolutely can. Twist, twist. Let's see, I think we're halfway. 1, I'm gonna just count it to 15 now. 2, 2, 3. If you want to go a little faster, 3, you can. Or from up here, you're here again. Make sure you're breathing. So let's go 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 2, 2. Already I feel some pressure in my arms. Okay, so we're gonna go back to some strength. We've got the lunge. Now, this is my favorite exercise to coach because I have a little hack for you. We have different types of lunges, right? If you do yoga, you're gonna see this. That's a crescent lunge. The back knee is not bent. What I'd like you to do is something a little bit more functional. We're gonna start from the floor. So, you're gonna have, if you need to hold on to something, I would be right by the wall, right by a chair, totally fine. And from here, you're gonna come up from the ground. And this is the position. So this is how you can tell if you're in the right position. Sometimes if we come up from here, our feet are too narrow, and look what happens. Or we go forward. And what I don't want is knees hurt, because knees are expensive. So let's start from the floor. Hands are either on your waist or holding onto something for support. Come up to your lowest point, and then you're gonna stand. We're gonna do 10 slow on this leg. Let's go. 1, 2, hover, up 1, 2. When you hover, it's that isometric hold. The muscles are under tension. It hurts more, or burns more. Up 2, 8 more, 8. Up. If you need a little bit more, you can do reverse lunges. 7, 6. But, you know, this is still super effective to do it this way. You don't have to go to those reverse ones. Those require a little bit more balance and ankle stability. I don't know what number that was. Let's see, I'm so bad at counting. 5 while I'm talking. 4, 3. Make sure your belly button is pushed in, 2. Don't let your belly push out. 2. And 1. Let's hold it down for 10. 10. 9. Notice my knee is right above the floor. If you have to hold it a little higher, that's okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And other side. Of course, we got to even it out. So again, try that trick. I like start from the floor so that you can get the correct leg position. Make sure your hip and your knee are in alignment, your knee and your ankle are in alignment. And even coming up from here is a lot of pressure on the legs. So let's do 10. So we come up, 1, down for 2, hold, 2. Woo, my balance is off because I was turning my neck down. You can just look forward, listen to my voice. We've got 3. Give it a slight pause at the bottom, and up. 4, and up. 5, and up. 6, up. I think I'm going longer than I said I was, but if you just do this circuit, it should take you max 20 minutes. Up. 7, and up. I'm very chatty. You know, I posted my report card a while ago from 2nd grade. I got in trouble for talking too much. That hasn't changed. Down. And up. I think 1 more, right? 1. Up, and now let's hold it down for 10. 10, 9, 8. Shoulders back, belly in. 7, 6, 5, 4. If you start to shake, that's good. 3, 2, 1. That just means stress is leaving the body. So quick stretch after you do lunges is to grab your foot here, but let's look here. Now I'm going to ask you tuck your butt under and now move the knee back so you feel that quad a lot more. So that tucked butt under, sometimes you see that in dance, see that in specific bar classes. That's just for plies, so it's not a squat. It's actually a little different. But that is useful because it helps engage the muscle more. Other side, I don't know why I made that hard on myself. Okay, so again, tuck the butt, tuck the butt under, and now pull the knee back and hold here. If you can't get to that foot, you can wrap a towel or even hold your pant leg. Or sometimes what some people do is they'll go against the wall like this, so it's holding it for them. And that's totally fine, just tuck your butt under. Okay, we have 1 more exercise to do. It's push-ups. I mean, I don't want to ignore push-ups. And there is no girl push-ups or boy push-ups. There's push-ups that are more efficient and push-ups that are effective, and then ones that are a little bit more comfortable. So what I like to start with is doing it on the incline. We always go from the rule of incline, so even on the wall, on a higher surface. So it could be like a high countertop, could be like a lower couch. It could be a step, then the ground, and then to make it harder from there, your feet are elevated. So it's a decline push-up. That's even more pressure on the shoulders, more weight to have to lever up and down. So let's start. I always like this cue. Put your hands. Oh, Kathleen, you could still do this. Just strap them to your body and do it. All right, put your thumbs right by your nipples, like, woo! Saucy, but it's a really good cue. And then turn your hands slightly facing each other. Look, I'm gonna make an arrowhead with my elbows. If you see, my shoulder blades are coming together in the back. This is a way to maximize your pec strength and these little things that love to flop. This is what helps that get a little bit stronger. Going wide is not wrong. It's only gonna work the backs of the delts, so the rear delt or the part of the shoulder. Here, you're working everything. So a lot of bang for your buck. So let's put our hands like this. I'm gonna face this way. So here's an example of that incline. Now I'm gonna go down for 2 and up for 2. I'm gonna squeeze my booty. Don't let it go like this, and I don't wanna see that arched butt. So everything is tucked under, tuck the butt under, and we're gonna go down for 2. We have 10 of these, that's it. 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Now if you can't go that low, that's okay. 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Now, if you don't have anything to balance on, you wanna do them on the floor, it's okay to put your knees down. Here's another hack. Put your knees under your hips for less weight. So put this right under your chest, and you're in like a tabletop position, you're still going forward and down. If you just go right underneath yourself, it's like you're praying and you're not getting that much activation. So you're still having to catch your weight and come up. And of course, if that's too easy, you walk your knees back. Do it like this. Do it up on your feet, whatever you prefer. Let's finish this out. Let's say we've got 3 more left. Just do 10 or however many works for you today. Remember, this is just a little mini workout. If you want to make this longer, you can do this whole set, this whole circuit we just did, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times. And up. If you want to end with a little cardio to get your heart rate pumping, we're going to do butt kickers, right? So did high knees before, now you're going to kick your butt. So we're going to pull here, and of course you can make that a little bit more cardiovascular by adding that little hop here. So do 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you can just keep it here too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Get those shoulder blades together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good posture. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so what I recommend after you do something like this, you could do a few passive stretches. So that's when you hold a pose. So a few of my favorite, just for time and efficiency, I like a forward fold. So that's instead of touching your toes on the ground, it's a little easier because gravity helps you. You can step on your hands if you bend your knees a lot and then slowly straighten the legs. If you aren't that flexible, you can't get to the ground, that's fine. Not everyone is. Grab your elbows and you're going to hang in a ragdoll like we did in the beginning. Sway side to side and then push one knee back. So from the side, push one knee back so you feel that stretch on one leg at a time and then the other. Just breathe into this. Ooh, someone's cooking downstairs. It smells good. And then let your hands hang and roll up slowly. As we did work the shoulders a little bit. So my favorite way, if you're pressed for time, if you can't get on the floor, is grab by the wrist so you can see your muscle kind of engaged. Don't let it just like hang out here. Like really push it in. Take a deep breath here. Belly tight. Always use this opportunity to have good posture. Practicing having better posture makes us feel good throughout the day. Take a deep breath. I'm smelling like garlic and stuff downstairs. It smells amazing. It's like torture. Other side. Really push it in. That's what she said? That's terrible. I'm notorious for making the worst corny like dad jokes in my classes. Can't help it even when there's no one responding to me. Take a deep breath here. And last one, let's like open up our chest a little bit more. So interlace your fingers. If this is all you can do right here, this is fine. Hang out here. If you can reach it up a little bit more and just try to squeeze the shoulder blades together, it's going to feel good. And if you can, try to press the palms together. Woo! And then lift those arms as high as they'll go. If you want to do another inversion, feel free to have nice wide legs and let this have gravity push it back. Take a deep breath here. If you're bent forward, just release your arms first for safety and roll up, articulate the spine one vertebrae at a time. And let out a big sigh. And I love to say this, but the light inside of me honors and respects the light inside of you, wherever you are in your day, in your journey. If you ever have any questions or if you ever need any ideas or inspiration, just please let me know. And enjoy the rest of your day, morning or evening, wherever you are in this world. Thanks for watching, and thanks for working out with me.